Hello everyone, welcome to a main channel video by yours truly, Simone Squared. Before we continue, new vlog channel, Simone Unsquared. It's because if you guys don't know, I used to do that type of stuff and now I don't because the algorithm on this channel does not support it. So if you miss Simone the Clown, even though she's kind of dead, go follow this channel. I'm gonna post my first vlog, which is from last year when I went to Saint-Tropez with my subscribers. Secrets to confidence that I wish I knew. We're also going to be going over what makes someone confident, how can you tell if someone's confident or they're actually faking it, and how you can be more confident. So I'm going to start off with an anecdote, and this anecdote is actually what got me thinking about confidence. So I used to know this guy. He was a billionaire's son. This guy, he did not give a fuck about anything. You go onto his Instagram feed, he posts like the ugliest photos of himself. You know, he was in Saint-Tropez for the summer. If you know about Saint-Tropez, it's very like wealthy. People dress to the nines there. He would be at a restaurant in Saint-Tropez or a club in literal sweatpants and like a sweatshirt. He dressed like a bum everywhere. And it really got me thinking, why does he not care? He doesn't care because he has that type of FU money. Bear with me here. FU money, where he knows who he is. He knows that he's ultra rich. He knows he has nothing to prove. Here's the key, he has nothing to prove here. He knows that even if he's dressed like a bum, he's rich as fuck because he grew up like this. It's innate in him. He has that innate confidence. And then it got me thinking about other types of people who go to Saint-Tropez, especially people who are perhaps not born wealthy or they're not from the crowd. They might exaggerate the way they're dressing with designer goods, with the way they're acting, because they want to fit in. They feel like they have something to prove. They need to go there and be like, I belong here, because they have imposter syndrome. Do you guys get what I'm saying? This guy, he had something innate. He knew that no one could take away his wealth. And that is one element of confidence, aka you know exactly what you are. Confidence is very, very quiet. It is not loud. This guy's not going around going to everyone, I'm a billionaire, you guys, my daddy's rich as fuck. He doesn't need to do that because he knows. And he knows that he can dress like shit, look poor, but he's still rich. He has nothing to prove to anybody. You'll find that people who aren't confident, they feel like they have something to prove to people. They are the ones who are the loudest. They're the ones who go around telling people what they are. Now remember this, someone that's truly confident does not need to go tell people what they are. For example, a guy that allegedly gets a lot of dates, he'll go tell people,
yeah, I'm getting so many hinge matches, I'm getting so many dates because I'm like so hot.
If people think that of you, you're not gonna have to tell them. We can look at a hot man or a hot girl and be like, yeah, I assume they're getting a lot of dates. You don't have to tell someone what you are because people will see it already. You don't have to go say, I'm really confident, because people will see that you are confident. There are very, very different types of confidence. For example, if you watch my old video with Odelia last year, her type of confidence, in my opinion, is the one where it's like, I don't really care what people think, I'm just gonna do my own thing. That type of confidence, it comes from literally just not caring, and it's from accepting yourself. When you accept yourself, who cares what people think? I don't care if you don't like me because I like me. A key element to confidence is also knowing everything about yourself, your shadow self, your flaws, your strengths. Because the problem is, if you keep running away from who you are and then telling yourself you are something you're not in hopes that that shadow part of yourself or your flaws just disappear and you bury it under the surface, when people bring this up, you will run away and you're gonna feel like shit about yourself. When you're truly confident, you know everything, you accept everything. So when people do bring it up or you're in circumstances where this part of yourself is triggered, you already know, you accept it. No one can hurt you with your flaws now because you already know you have it. Additionally, confidence comes from practice at things and preparation. For example, if you prepared really hard for a math test, you're probably gonna be confident that you will perform well, right? And you have the right to be confident. But if you didn't study, you're not gonna be confident. And you can't fake your confidence in it. Inherently, you know you're not gonna do well because you didn't prepare. You have to train yourself to be confident, which means doing your affirmations, working on your shadow self, and putting yourself in situations where you can practice being confident. Don't tie your confidence to things which would disappear or can disappear. For example, let's go back to that rich guy example. His entire life, the only thing he had was money. That's the only attribute of himself that I think he liked, so he would lead with it. That's where his confidence came from. If you took away his money, he has nothing anymore. I bet you that guy's not going to be confident. He has nothing. Same with girls. Girls who tie themselves to their beauty. You take away their beauty, they have no confidence anymore. I fell into this trap when I was younger. There was a stage where I was only being prided on my appearance. So I became obsessed with my appearance. I forgot about the other aspects of who I am. Personality, humor, everything else that made me me. I only focused on my appearance. So when I would have days or weeks where I didn't feel good about myself, I'd be in a hole. Then when I started to focus on the other aspects of myself, I'm way more confident now. I saw this on Reddit. What is confidence? It means to be confident enough in every room you walk into, people break necks, trying to notice you. You take up space, you become the center of attention without being the center of attention. And you make others pay attention to you just by knowing your worth. I read this and was like, this is actually insecurity. You know why? Because someone who's actually confident about themselves, they're not walking into a room with the objective of being the center of attention because they don't care. They know what they are. They don't need the validation. Someone who is not confident, however, they will walk in the room, notice everyone around them and be like, oh my God, are they paying attention to me? Do they notice how beautiful I am? Confidence is not needing this external validation. And trust me, I've met some really confident people. Their confidence, it just radiates from them. It's so quiet, but they just have this powerful presence. And I won't lie, I think it just develops when you get older as well, like naturally, if you become more comfortable with yourself. Because even me, I see every year as I get older how much I change, how much more comfortable I get with myself. Because, you know, I talk about this all the time. You can't expect an 18-year-old or a high schooler to be comfortable with themselves because they haven't even been an adult for that long. They don't even know who they are. They're developing and changing so fast. Confident people are not afraid to laugh at themselves, and they can take criticism because they know that by laughing at themselves and by taking criticism, it's actually not taking away from their self-worth or who they are. People with a really fragile sense of who they are or are deeply not confident, they will be on edge all the time. Anything you say, they immediately got to defend themselves. Can't believe you said this. You're fucking ugly. People who are confident will laugh at themselves. Confidence isn't knowing or thinking that doing something will make other people like you. It's simply not caring what they think, which can go back to what I said about walking into a room. You don't care what they think, you're just doing your own thing. So I can always tell when someone isn't confident because I can tell they're overcompensating in some area. They feel like they don't belong, so they actually do more. And then the person who is the most confident, they're just very comfortable with themselves. They're very natural. Another way to become confident is showing up for yourself. If you constantly are lying to yourself, no wonder you're not confident. Hey, I'm gonna wake up and tomorrow I'm gonna do this. And then you say that for the next 365 days, for an example. Of course you're not gonna have confidence in yourself because every day you lie to yourself that you're gonna do that thing and you don't. Confidence is like building blocks. Starts very slowly. So if you watch my second channel video about standing up for yourself, I said that you build assertiveness and confidence each time maybe something happens, you stand up for yourself. Oh, hey, I didn't know I could do that. Now I have more confidence. It's practice. You build that own rapport with yourself over time. What do I think of fake it till you make it? I think it can definitely trick your brain into thinking you are something you're not, which can be good in the moment, but over time, if you're not actually addressing the deeper issue, it will come out. Something I do to build confidence with myself is I do things which are out of my comfort zone. For example, I was so worried about solo traveling. Go follow my new channel because I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, I was really worried about solo travel to the point where before, if I didn't have someone to travel with, I would find someone to travel with, and even if I didn't like them, I would travel with them and then I'd have a shitty time, but I just didn't want to be alone. I solo traveled this year and I had the best time ever and I grew so much, and now I have that confidence that I can go and travel anywhere and I'll be okay. But if I didn't go out and try that, that fake confidence is not going to take me that far, because deep inside I know that I don't actually know if I'm truly going to be okay. I'm also going to give you some other little confidence tricks here. Don't wear something that you don't feel like is you. For example, I love my dark hair. When I don't have brown hair, I don't feel like myself. All last year, and I think the year before, I had different hair color and I just didn't feel as confident as I usually did because I didn't feel like myself, and I actually really like myself. So I found the moment I go back to brown hair, my confidence just rises. Seriously. Find clothes that you feel confident in. For example, this is my favorite dress from Realization Part. I love it. I I feel so confident in it, and I love wearing black. I actually realized I feel really not confident when I'm wearing colors. When I'm wearing colors and when I'm wearing really extravagant pieces, I prefer my style to be more muted and like simple but kind of timeless. That's where I feel the most confident. So find your style. I don't follow trends. And here's some body language tips to help you practice confidence and see if other people are confident. So this is especially what I notice on dates. Number 1, fidgeting. When someone's not confident or comfortable, they're fidgeting. When I'm on a date and I'm uncomfortable, I'm literally moving all the time. I'm like, and I notice this in other people. Someone that's comfortable and confident, they will sit back on the chair, very relaxed. When I'm uncomfortable, babes, I'm forward at the table. I'm forward. So if you're on a date and you're really nervous but you want to pretend like you're confident, be mindful of your body language. Lean back and try not to move a lot. I literally will slow-mo my movements. If I'm picking up a wine glass, stuttering, I'm not sure what you can do about that, but if someone stutters around you and they don't have a stutter, nervous. Having good eye contact. This is like the main thing. I have good eye contact with everyone. Apart from, you know, there's always going to be that one person in your life where you can't have eye contact with them because it makes you blush a little bit. That one person that just makes you shy. My dog's having really good eye contact with the camera right now. Hey baby, love you. Anyway guys, I hope you like this video. Think about confidence and what it really is. Instead of like practicing fake confidence, work on being comfortable with yourself. When you are comfortable with yourself, you know all your flaws, and you also have practice in areas you want to be confident in, that's when you're going to be confident. Don't forget to subscribe to Simone Unsquared for my vlogs and new content, and buy my journal, The Mind Formula. We're coming out with a new product soon, which is kind of like a self-therapy journal that I'm working on. So, ich liebe dich. Tschüss.
Fear fun, fear love, you're a shout of dogs forever. Do the stronger for you. Norman Rockwell. No high under, it's just me and you. I've got you on my list. You Venice bitch. Of the neighborhood kiss. Sun up, baby, kiss, kiss. You're in the eye, I like the fire, and as the summer fades away, nothing I can say. You right eye to we make it work. You're beautiful and I'm insane. We're American made. Give me Hallmark. One dream under the one lover. Make me happy and blue. Norman Rockwell. No high under. I'll cover this right. It's just me and you. Oh God, miss you on my list. It's me, a little kind of bitch. On the street with the neighborhood kids. Sounding off, they think you're in the yard. I like the fire as the summer fades away. Do you think we can say you right eye to we make it work? American made. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sounding off, bang bang kiss kiss. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Signing off, bang bang kiss kiss. Oh God, miss you on my lips. Gives me a little kind of spit. On the street with the neighborhood kids. Signing off, bang bang kiss kiss. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Signing off, bang bang kiss kiss. Yeah. Baby, turn down on. You should probably come over. Hanging around on. You should probably coming over. Oh God, it's on my lips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Touch me with your fingertips. It's me, a little Venice bitch. Back in the garden, we're getting high now because we're older. In the love of my diamonds, better winds and a clover. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, 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 whatever, everything, ever. Whoa, whoa, whatever. Me, myself, I like diamonds, better winds and a clover. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. Over and over, honey. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love. If you were mine, I'd be jealous of your love.